Hello, hello. It is time for another Bigwig setup guide. This time we're going to do Darkflame Cleft, which is another dungeon that I did not really test at all in the PTR. So we're going to be kind of learning it together, or at least figuring out what the bosses do, and then going from there. I have the first boss pulled up here. Ol'Waxbeard. First thing is we have Rockbuster. It looks like... It seems like that would be the Tank Buster, but I didn't see anything specific happen. Just it spawned ads. We'll check again. Okay, yeah, it's a Tank Buster. Looks like the ads just spawn constantly too. Luring Candle Flame. Don't know what that did. Remember on this boss, I did at least get to this boss on the PTR. I think, oh, what it was is I didn't test these on the PTR. I did this dungeon on a Mythic 0 or, yeah, Mythic 0 when like the expansion launched and you could do all the dungeons on +0. And does Reckless Charge do damage to the entire group? I didn't see if that happens. Target, it fixates one player, then runs at them, and then you dodge it. It doesn't look like it does any damage to the entire group. It looks like in this fight, people are just taking ticking damage. Yeah. And then it looks like he's just kind of repeating his abilities from there, so... Looks like some of the ads fixate random players. We'll just take a look at that. So Reckless Charge commands Wick to charge towards the furthest player. This attack knocks back and inflicts 1 million damage to all players and triggers a cave-in at the end of the charge. Okay. So yeah, it does damage to all players. The Reckless Charge we'll probably put as our red bar, I think. Go ahead and do that. And then Rockbuster is our Tank Buster, so we'll set that to our yellow bar unless there's something else that's more important. So let's look at the other ones. Luring Candle Flame is the one that makes the ads fixate on the target. So maybe that'll be more important because we need to focus heal like one player specifically. I'll set that to yellow for now. Then Underhanded Tractics. This is just the carts, right? Sneak Dynamite. If it is not destroyed within 20 seconds, it explodes. Okay, so they spawn like a little special ad that you need to kill in a certain amount of time. Otherwise, everyone takes a lot of damage. I think that's pretty much it. And then for the countdown, we can do the Rockbuster. I think would be fine. The Tank Buster. Okay, that's it for the first boss. Next one we will try to find, what's his name? Blazikon. Looks like... Boss looks really fun. I'm excited to do this one. Okay, first thing when we start out. Dousing Breath, I know, does like a massive AoE to everybody. So that one is going to be, I believe, our yellow bar, because I remember there being an even more damaging ability, maybe. It's this one here. Maybe not. Yeah, it puts a dot on the whole group after that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at these now. Oh, I opened RuneScape instead of WoW. Okay, taking a look at a couple of these abilities. So the barrage targets random players, and you need to use them to ignite certain candles. So this one we just want to put only when on me, and then we want to make the sound something that tells us that we need to, you know, go move around and do stuff. That I don't know what we'll do. Maybe just move. Maybe we'll do move.
Move.
We'll do that for now. And incite flames causes all lit candles to surge. These flames inflict damage every 1 second to players standing with them, so that shouldn't matter. Kindled Inferno. Unleashes a fiery burst towards each extinguished candle, reignites, blah, blah. The Inferno sears all players, inflicting damage for the duration. Yeah, 1 second for 8 seconds. This one is the big damage ability, so this is going to be our red bar for sure. Then Dousing Breath is like the yellow bar, because that's going to be the other damage event that happens, but it's not the as lethal event, since it's just 1 instance of damage versus like sustained damage over the course of a duration. And Blazing Storms, no melee combat, so that's just a tank thing. And then Extinguishing Gust, which is just, looks like tornadoes. It targets players, so you just don't want to aim the tornadoes at the candles. Okay, let's reopen this and watch the fight a little bit. Go over the abilities again. We have Incite Flames. It's going to target random people and spawn those circles. We have Enkindled Inferno. This is going to put little dodgeable cones towards the candles that are not lit. Then you stand in the safe zone where the candles that are lit, and then everyone takes a bunch of they take the dot ability. Then we have Dousing Breath right after, so this is already right here. That's going to be like the scary overlap that you're going to deal with in this fight. You're going to get the Enkindling Inferno, and then you're going to have to heal that dot, or heal that damage over time across the whole group, and then right as it's ending, you get the Dousing Breath. So like right here, everyone's still taking damage, everyone's still taking damage. Now you get hit by Dousing Breath, and you get 1 more tick of damage from the Inferno dot. So that overlap right there is going to be like the really big thing as a healer that you're going to want to watch out for. Then we want to relight candles. I think the goal is to light all but 1 pretty much. It's like they leave a few open. My understanding, this dot is less powerful the more candles that you light up. Then also I think it causes more damage to happen later, like when he does this, because you need open spots. And it restarts from there. So now we get the Enkindled Inferno again. Heal through that, and then we get the Dousing Breath right at the end of it. That overlap is going to be so nasty. And it repeats from there. Okay, and then just to confirm, make sure I put the fixate thing on the right one. Yeah, only one on me. It's Wick Lighter Barrage. Alright, now we do Candle King. Here he is. 3 molds. And make little copies of you somewhere on the floor. Looks like you just take ticking damage. I don't know exactly what from. I don't know if it's just from little clones on the floor. You just take constant ticking damage. Yeah, it looks like they're like spitting out fire at the whole group. And you're gonna get these little purple swirlies. I didn't see what the ability was. It breaks the candles. It looks like you want to break all of them. Darkflame pickaxe, is that it? No. Throw Darkflame is what it is. Throw Darkflame, we're gonna wanna only win on me thing. So right here, throw Darkflame. Looks like we can't do it only. Oh, it's because it's a private aura. Okay. That we can't do anything about. We could put like a countdown or something to let us know that it's gonna happen, but okay, so can't do much about that. Looks like they changed this because before you could bait where they would just spawn on top of you, I'm pretty sure. But now it looks like they're pretty random. And now you want to break them again. So it's just a rinse and repeat of that. So this fight is just going to be constant rot damage on the boss. There's really not that much that we can do about, like, Bigwigs timers. For DPS or something, we can put some important stuff on, because there's a kick that this boss does. I'm just going to enable a countdown for the throw Darkflame. That way we're just kind of aware of it ahead of time. So throw Darkflame, we're going to enable a countdown. That way we can just kind of be pre-positioned and ready to go. And then the eerie molds, we could just set that as our red bar because that's going to be the thing where the group takes a lot of damage again after we break the molds. And then I think that's pretty much it. Darkflame Pickaxe is the tank buster, so I guess we could set that as the yellow bar because that'd be the only other thing that like deals damage that we can kind of predict. And that's pretty much it for that boss. Spawns little guys. You heal while more of them are active. The more of them that are on the ground, the more damage that your group's going to be taking. And then when you get targeted by Throw Darkflame, you just need to try to break as many of them as possible. Ideally, with your group, you end up breaking all of them. Next up is the last boss, which is the Darkness. Start it from the beginning. Hopefully they changed this boss from how it was because it was awful. Alright, first up we have Shadow Blast coming up, which I think is just like a random frontal, like it's a frontal at a random player. Everyone needs to dodge it, and if the candle, oh, it looks like they already changed it. Shadow Blast targets a random player, does a decent amount of damage to them. Umbral Slash is the frontal. And Eternal Darkness is the big damage ability that the group is going to need to deal with. And then it looks like it pretty much repeats from there as far as the abilities go. So that ability right there, what was that called again? Shadow Blast. The Shadow Blast is going to be our only when on me, and we're going to set it to a defensive. And then Call Darkspawn is going to be ads, so we could make that say ads. Umbral Slash is going to be a frontal, so we could probably enable a countdown for that one. Then Shadow Blast is the one that we already did. Eternal Darkness is the big damage ability, so that's going to be our red bar. And we'll also just set it to say AoE. I haven't been doing that for the other ones, but I'll probably go back and do that.
AoE.
And then Drain Light does not matter. That's just like a passive ability, basically. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, because this is also Rising Gloom is also just a passive for that boss. Then we'll see if there's. I don't think there's like a phase 2 for this boss. I'm pretty sure. No, he chases you at the start after you kill the third boss. It just repeats from there. So we have the frontal Umbral Slash. We have Eternal Darkness, which does group-wide unavoidable damage that you just need to heal through, so it's just a healing check. There's that. Then we have Shadow Blast, which is going to target a random player. They need to get out. Then we heal them. Then it repeats from there. He spawns ads. He does Umbral Slash. The Shadow Blast is the big AoE. Rinse and repeat. Awesome. I think that is pretty much it for Darkflame Cleft. So, I am going to take an intermission break between doing all these dungeons. I'm going to do the raid on probably, I think, Monday and Tuesday, or it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday, where I release setup guides for the raid. It'll probably be Tuesday, Wednesday. That way I have a little bit of time to see the raid in terms of like watching other guilds do it in the morning when they start and everything. So we'll do the Bigwig setup guide for the raid on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. And then other days will be these setup guides for the dungeons. And then once we're all done with all the dungeons and the raid and everything, then we're going to move into doing the the dungeon walkthroughs where I actually go through, the full gameplay of the entire dungeon and kind of explain what all the mobs do and the important stuff to watch out for as a healer, pretty much. All right, have a good one, and see you in the next one.